course, ask you, leo waziri tunafanya nini leo? What are we going to do today? You know, she's somebody who can be. She's self-driven, all right? She's somebody who can be. She doesn't wait for you mwambie twende tufanye nini. She has a lot of passion. Marian is dedicated to her work and especially the community, and I've seen that several times. She's very innovative and creative. When we go out to the field for work, she's the one who who does reporting for us, puts very good photographs, and she's good also in IT work. And I can see from that she had the vision. And that's why today we are launching this CBO, thanks to our vision. And this is a very unique CBO, and I must say this. We have a lot of partners dealing with issues to do with gender, climate change, peace and conflict, sexual and reproductive health. But in this county, I want to tell you, we have very few, if they exist, organizations that deal with mental health. I really doubt if there is any. So that is a gap that this CBO is going to work with us to fill. Thank you so much, the founders. You saw the gap. You know, some people just come, you just want to do anything, you know, but you don't go and look where the gap is. We know, of course, we have conflict management. And so to do conflict management is fine. We have climate-induced challenges. It's fine. But to identify that particular gap which is existing, I think not everybody can do that. So we really have to appreciate you for that, Maria, and your colleagues. So I just want to say, as government, our role will be on policy and legislation. Of course, I don't know if we really have, I know we have national government policies, of course, but those are broad. Do we really have policy which is tailor-made to address challenges affecting mental challenges in our county? Because every county has its own unique challenges when it comes to mental issues. You know, in Marsabit County, the drivers of mental health, so many speakers talked about, the speaker ahead of me talked about the drivers of mental health. We are experiencing climate-induced challenges, we have conflict, we even have climate anxiety, we have displacement and losses because of conflict, and you remember even floods displaced people here. We have economic challenges like poverty, we have resource scarcity, we even have social cohesion breakdown, right? We have issues to do with drug and substance abuse. You people know that we border southern Ethiopia, and a lot of our border is porous. It's youth who indulge in drugs most times end up having mental challenges. Ama nadanganya? Hey, Toge, sinukweli? Yes, and we have a lot of youth in our county that have been, let me say, that have wasted their lives because of drugs and substance abuse. And what happens later on? Recent drought, we've seen cases of skyrocketing cases of gender-based violence. What caused? We've seen pastoralists migrating with animals 100 kilometers to look for pastures. They came back with nothing, not even a single cow. The result is gender-based violence. We've seen cases of skyrocketing cases of rape, you know, early marriages, teenage pregnancies, because now we have high number of dropouts of people, young men in towns, who do not have animals now. They just ended it, you know. It's a serious challenge. I know of cases of pastoralists. A man lost all his livestock to drought. All of them. Then the next day, you see him collecting makatasi inside town. Inside town. I know that. Last night, it was 11 a.m. One guy called me and told me a high school teacher has taken person. Last night, in Marsabit County. I'm trying to tell you that we have a lot of challenges. Just like what he said, 1 per 4 people who can come and see a doctor, 1 person has a mental challenge or mental problem, you know. It's a new problem. So our work, we make sure that we have the policy in place. Of course, it's going to address issues with mental challenges. It's the government role to allocate funding and resources, and I was just shocked to hear the amount of the budget that national government allocates to this, and that's why we need you people like mine to come on board. We will need, of course, those to do that. The government will also work on public awareness through campaigns that we do on radio talk shows, public barances, because you know what, one thing, mental challenges are not like seen among the pastoralist communities as something which is important, you know. Anasemanga ndio huyu amekuwa amechisika, you know, but people really don't take this very seriously. You know, the campaign we are doing on FGM, on teenage pregnancies, mental challenges need the same campaign. Radio talk shows, public barazas, talk to leaders, all these kind of things. So that we create more awareness, let people appreciate. Because what we are having, we have a lot of stigma right now for people with mental challenges. And you know, one group of people that falls under my department, they want to make the PWDs, the people living with disabilities. This is one group that can easily develop mental challenges. Especially because in our communities, we hide PWDs. You know, it's seen as a curse, right? There is a village I've gone, you know, in Ledanyi sub-county where a PWD child has been hidden for a very long period of time, right? Mtoto mkubwa kabisa hana nguo. That's not anything. I have to go and rescue, you know. So, that isolation can lead to, seriously can lead to mental challenges. The government will also work on training and capacity strengthening of mental health professionals. I'm very happy that we have some here. But you can imagine in this county, how many health facilities do we have in every sub-county? And in every village, we might have people with mental challenges. We need professionals in every single ward who can be able to help people with mental challenges. We will also partner with you people to create a very strong, conducive environment where issues to do with mental challenges can be addressed. One of the challenges that we also have here is we do not have the data, right? As he was mentioning, do we know how many people in Marsabit County have mental challenges or have mental problem, or they have reported and we have this data? Do we? I think we don't. We don't. And if we have, it keeps on changing, all right? So we need to have that data in place. We need to conduct a county survey to ascertain how many people have mental challenges per ward, per sub-county, even per location. By so doing, we can be able to, that can be able to inform programming, it can inform decision making, it can inform our interventions on issues to do with mental health. And that's why he said, you show a very critical area, which is really going to help us. And lastly, of course, like he said, I heard him say, my colleague from the Department of Health, and even Dr. if there is a way we can be able to integrate mental issues into health system, right? Such that people who are living with mental issues, they can easily be able to get health services in every dispensary we have in our villages, in all those villages. How do you ensure that we can be able to address that? It's a very crucial concern. So mine, I just want to say that we will continue working with you, just like all other partners who have closely worked with us. We deal with gender, we deal with challenges affecting women, girls, and of course boys in our county. And let me say one thing. Some people, one of the friends of us, sometimes back, called John Green, it's called John Green. He said, there is hope, there is always hope. Even when your brain tells you there is no, there is always hope. Even when your brain tells you there is no. What am I trying to tell this? To say? I'm trying to say that people with mental challenges back in villages who thought that they have lost hope, they're like any other Kenyan, and they can be able to perform any other function. We will need to help where we can, and organizations like this, I know, will work around the corner to help us on this. Lastly, you've seen youth. My name is just a very young girl. I have always called her my sister. You people know that the government cannot be able to employ every single person. Some people will have to create employment like God Minor is doing. And as a department, I have supported youths to create employment through formation of organizations like these CBOs to employ themselves. And I'm happy that my brother is here. I wrote him a recommendation letter to secure funding to run this organization right now. I'm very happy that he's helping our people and he has created employment for himself. Stumpiyo jamaa makofi. It is fun for me. You know? And my brother, congratulations. You know, that is what we need to do. We need to create employment, right? We will need to just not just look into the government. We can get jobs for ourselves. So these CPOs, I've just seen a group of powerful army of women here. I'm just so happy because, you know, for us as a department, our focus is to ensure we empower the girl child in our county. I'm not saying we left the boys. No. But among the pastoralist communities, that girls and women really go through a lot of challenges. That's why our focus has been so much on girls and women. And so when I saw the members of these organizations are very young, brilliant, beautiful women with vision and who are focused to change lives and to change lives of their own people and their own lives, I feel so good, I feel so touched. I wish if everybody can do that. So as you go down to your, you don't have a job right now, but you can research and create one for yourself. And you come to me for me as a CC. If that program you are running, for example, touches on issues to do with climate, gender, all this. By the way, I'm a climate expert. That's what I did in my master's degree, climate change and sustainability. And yesterday I was presenting a paper on the effect of climate change on birds in Marsabit County. And so I really know, when we talk about climate change, I really know the challenges that Marsabit County is facing as a result of climate change challenges. We are having temperature rise, we are having heat stress, we are having rising electrical. You've seen electrical has just risen. How many people have seen? You've seen how electrical has risen. It has risen by 100 meters. It's rising. Eventually, to even claim that falls down. You've seen drought. You've seen climate-induced conflict. You've seen climate-induced migration. We are having a real problem. So if you people have an idea and you can form your CBO, just like Marian today, you can come to us, we will recommend you, give you a very good recommendation letter to the partners. And that recommendation letter will sell you to get funding. And you can run your own organization. Sawa. And then you go on and change lives and help your people. And for me, I'm always available 24/7 to do that for you. Like any other person. I really feel so good when people are empowered to do this. Lastly, yes. Yes, thank you so much. Lastly, we just the other day formulated the county child integrated policy. Some of the things that policy is addressing is mental challenges. We are having children in our county with a lot of mental challenges, and that's why we formulated the county child integrated policy. And CBOs like this can help us to implement that policy to the latter, because it's going to address mental challenges when it comes to how the children are being affected with mental challenges all over. Our hope is one day we can have safe site, safe home for all children with mental challenges. Right now, what we are using is some of the faith-based organizations to run this. So that's what I want to say for today. Asante sana. Marian, we wish you all the best. Please, our offices are open all the time. We are here to support.